mean, he would look to camera a few times before he did, but he would die pretty quickly. Jack Ryan, I think, would probably do pretty well. I think he'd figure out the don't make a noise thing pretty quickly, and he'd abide by those rules pretty quickly. I don't know if he'd be very good in this. I think that he'd sort of get overwhelmed and give up. I mean, he would look to camera a few times before he did, but he would die pretty quickly. Wow, that's going back a ways. Now that guy would survive. He might even become the leader of the whole world. That guy's got real potential. She'd be amazing. I mean, she's the best mom in the world, and she's somehow capable of doing everything. I think I would let her down so immediately by asking too many questions. I always say that I would probably be the one to say to Emily, so that you get killed if you make any sound, and then just get crushed by a creature immediately, and then Emily would have to do it on her own. It was so thrilling because I was so scared to do it. You know, it was so fulfilling because I didn't think I could ever step back into this world because the first one was so personal to me. It really was a love letter to my kids. It's a bizarre thing to say, but it's true. There was something so beautiful about the characters and the interpersonal relationships that was bigger than it being a horror movie for me, and I didn't know that I could match that. So the second movie, once I realized that Millie could be the lead of the movie, and once I realized that she would then bring the metaphors and the themes of the first one, I thought we really had something going for us. And then the real fun was exploring the bigger world, to actually leave the farm with this family and get to experience the bigger, scarier world. That was really fun. Absolutely. I think for me, it's one of those things where being an actor in the movie is so much fun because logistically it's just easier. I don't have to explain to another actor what I'm going for. I just run out there and do that. I remember in the first movie I had to run up on the silo and light a fire. I think we had about 7 minutes of sunlight left. And by the time it would have taken for me to get an actor up there and explain what I wanted, we would have lost the sun. So really I'm just a pawn for myself. I get to boss myself around a lot easier than I would another actor. I think so. I think that that's one of the things that was really special about the first movie is I don't even know if we realized how much of a secret language we had. And one of my favorite scenes is that, you know, in the basement when we dance to the Neil Young song, there was something really, really palpable about that and how we were communicating in that moment and choosing how to dance for these lenses. I remember the crew was all very emotional because it made them think of their marriages or their relationships, which I thought was great. No, I never have to. Emily is the biggest goofball in the best way. I think that I've told this story, but in the first movie when she had the bathtub scene, that was one take. And then when I called cut, she went from screaming to immediately saying, by the way, what's for lunch? Is it fajitas? I heard it was fajitas. And when you have someone who can turn it off and turn it on that easily, it makes your job a breeze because you actually get to experience life and have fun and not be weighed down by the tension of the movie. No, it was actually just total stupidity and being a nerd. I just was trying to explain to people what the creature was actually doing in my head, and before I knew it, I was wearing a mocap suit that was 3 sizes too small and making weird creature noises. So basically it was really just for eyeline to show them what I was doing, and then I would do things like that, which was embarrassing. And then one of the pictures got leaked online of me making a bizarre creature roar, which I will not recreate here. It's really funny they do because they keep saying Mummy and Daddy's movie A Quiet Place, which is very sweet, and they want to talk about the creature a lot because I think it scares them. So the more they talk about it, they think that the fear will go away. And we always tell them things like when he's not scaring people, he's doing Broadway reviews and he's got a hat and a cane and he's dancing. And so they love that version of the creature a lot more than the one that kills people. Emily calls this movie PG-40. They can watch it when they're 40 years old. So they're looking forward to it. We're all gonna have a party at some point. Well, it's a lot of things, really. It's one of those things where I've always loved the franchises that get to have different voices. I think that this is one of those things where you have a toy that you play with, and it's always fun to see how other people play with the very same thing. And I always think that's the most exciting filmmaking. You know, it goes back to the theory of music videos for me. You know, I think you see these different directors looking through the lens of the same music in different ways. It's sort of similar to that. And so I think that we don't have a better director in anyone other than Jeff. I think Jeff Nichols is such a talented filmmaker, but what I love so much about him is his characters. He's so good with the specificity of characters. In specific, the movie Mud for me was something that I thought would really correlate well to our world. He's done so many great movies, but Mud was the one I was thinking of. I gotta say, the place I love going more than anything is at home. It's not very quiet, but when you have two girls jumping on you and playing all sorts of different things and usually dressing up in some sort, that's my happy place right there.